Okay, we're trying this again. See if I can get you guys to go so you can see more. Where are we? Hopefully it'll be right. Score! Hopefully it'll be right. Yes, I got it right! Score! I know. The little thing that I'm like, I am so happy. I know. I have you guys really close for a reason. Let me get my apron on. I am so happy. I have been fiddling around with this, trying to get it so I can have you widescreen on my iPad. Hey, Connie. Hey, Diana. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Rilla. I know. You know what it is? Well, first of all, this is Carolynne from NonnasNuttykrafts, and let me shut up my volume. Okay, and my little cheat sheets here, and I'm so bored sitting in the house, so I was like, I gotta do something. Yes, share. This is gonna be fun. Did I get everybody? Charlotte, yeah, Connie, Diane. Okay, want to make sure. I can't look how happy I am. I got wide view. Listen. This has been one of my things for quite some time, trying to do this. I can't tell you how excited I am. All right, so I'll show you what we're going to do today. We're going to do this. It's not, the rectangle signs that everybody sees or the square ones, and it's the police badge, black and blue. So we're going to put this today. I haven't done any of the back because usually I do it beforehand, but I want to do it with you guys. And we are using just a regular plain frame. I put 18 pipe cleaners on here already. And we're going to do the poof and curl method. Okay, so I did the inside. And I'll show you how we're, going to do the outside with you guys. And then I usually put a third row in here. So we'll be cutting more. And hi, dog. See my dog walking behind me? She's standing right here. Hi. There you go. She got a ball in her head. In her mouth. I don't know if you could see it. There it is. Hi. Yeah, she wants to go play. So anyway, both things are popping up. Yeah. Happy Friday, everyone. A chilly morning here in California. We had lots of snow in the mountains. I love to ski. I love to ski. Yeah, Connie, let me tell you, this will probably be the only time I do it this way because I don't know how I did it, but I did it. But anyway, you're going to hear noise. Can you hear that? So they're putting up the walls that would be the closet and the bathroom. But like I said, I'm so bored. And I was like, I pulled this out. I said, I got to do something. I gotta do something because I'm going crazy. I can't sit and watch TV all day. Boring. So the loop and curl method is the poof and curl method is what we're gonna do, not loop and curl. So I'm gonna show you how we do. I'm using two types of jute. One has the two-tone in it, and one is just plain, just to add it up. Now this is a good way if you have leftover pieces. Some of this, some of that, you can add it in, like for instance this, or add colors into your wreaths in general. And I chose to do this. So I'm alternating between the colors. So I'm going to angle you guys down so you can see better. So bear with, all right? Don't get seasick because I can't see until it comes up on the screen. Hey, Wendy. And I got you guys moved in as close as I can today. Does that work? Good morning. See if I can push it down just a little bit. That looks good. Cool. And my big fat fingers in the way. All right, so this is what we call the poof and curl method. All right, so I've already done the inside ring. I have 8 ties in the middle and I have 10 on the outside, okay? So I usually, after I do it, then I poof it all out in the middle, but I pull my ties up because sometimes I'll mix it in with the bottom ones and I don't want to do that. This is the first time, well, not the first time that you don't see me, but I'll look for your thing. Hey, Debbie. It might be a little crooked. Let me see if I can straighten it. But if I straighten it, I always look at one way and then I'm like shifting on the table. Oop, pillows stuck behind me. All right, so I'm gonna open my tails, my pipe cleaners on the outside here. That's just a me thing. And I'm gonna show you a little trick. I'll take one of these pipe cleaners off and I'm gonna show you a little trick here in case you didn't know this. Now, usually when you put the pipe cleaner on here, okay, you know, we're going to do 2, you know, rings or rungs, however you want to call it. And then you would twist tie it, right, like that. And people put dabs of glue in the back to hold it from sliding. Well, a little trick I learned is when you bring it across like that, you can take one end and tuck it back under. Oh, no problem, Diana. And then you can cross it. Okay? Because this doesn't move. Okay? Now I got to center it. So now I got to really move it. Okay? And it won't move back and forth. And you don't have to worry about putting glue in the bottom. See? Trick of the day. If you didn't know that, that is. All right. So all my babies are out. And now we're going to do this. So these I cut at 10 inches wide. It's 21-inch mesh, 21-inch jute. And I have a clothespin here. You can use whatever. You don't have to use a clothespin if you don't want to. This is so weird because I'm used to talking up here and I got to think I'm down here. So you're going to roll it. You don't want to roll it so tight like this because then you're not going to be able to get the poof undone. And you don't want to do it too loose because then it's not going to work. The curls on the end. So I just start the middle a little bit and I go to the edges and I just roll. So it's a light curl. What I do, then I measure 5 inches from the end. Okay, and then I will stick a clip in. That's just me. You don't have to do that, but it holds it rather than it unraveling. And then I have to go reset it again. Does that make sense? So then I'm just going to put, same thing, 5 inches from this side. I'm going to make sure my opening though is facing down. So when I open it up to make the poof, it's on the bottom. Now what I did in here, I made sure there's one poof on either side. Where are you, poof? Of, you know, one inside, one outside, you know, of it, just so, because I didn't want it all facing outside, because then you're going to have this big hole in here. So this way, when I put the sign, once we get everything, the sign has some sort of backing behind it, okay? Good morning. Did my comments freeze? I hope not. I swear, Facebook has just been so weird. Between Facebook and ManyChat. So now I already know where my 5 inches is on this side, and I'm going to put it in the next pipe cleaner or chenille stem, whatever you want to call it, your choice, and around. I just go once around. Now I can poof it now or I can wait. I like to wait and do it at the end. I'm going to bring some of these up here so I don't have to reach. Oops, bird's nest. I don't want them to get caught on there. Now I know I'm going to have to cut some more, but I just cut some, you know, in general for this. All right. So now we're going to take the next one and we're going to do the same thing. And this is called the poof and curl method. Again, measure 5 inches. You know, after a while you kind of know what 5 inches in. Some people like to pinch it. I don't do that. And then I'm going to open the last tie, and I'm going to put this one in on top of the other one. And then tie it tight. Okay? Take it up, go to the next curl. And here we go. Alright, so now I've done my two-tone one, I've done my solid. I'm doing two-tone. You could do it all in the same color. Like, so, I debated about doing this like in a black base, and I pulled blue 10-inch mesh to go with it, you know, for the ruffles. So this, oh God, my dog scared me. This way, it's a neutral base, and I can add all the color to it as we go. Because if you have, you know, if you do a black base, try to put the blue on top, to me it just looks so sad. I guess the word is. Alright, so I'm going to do this one too. Goes in the next curl. I opened it up and I put them in, so I have two in the same here. And I'm going to do this. Hello, Miss Beth. How are you? Alright, so that was two tones, and now we're going to go single tone. Ooh. This one needs a little cutting. I have scissors somewhere. Let me just cut off those little frays. At the end, when this is all done, because this is a jute, it does fray like anything else. And I'll go back and I'll cut all the little pieces that are sticking out, the long pieces and whatnot, just to cut them all out. But don't pull them, because you're going to make it worse by pulling it. It's going to be like pulling a piece of thread, and it just keeps going sometimes. And going and going and going with the Energizer battery. Oops, one more. There we go. So sorry you can't see everything. So these are cut. This is 21-inch mesh, and I cut them at 10 inches wide. And then all I'm doing is I'm rolling it in. Hello, Melissa. How are you? And they call this the poof and curl method. So just rolling, rolling, rolling. And again, sorry for all the noise, but they are doing my bathroom upstairs. And I could have waited to do this at tonight, but like I said, I'm so bored staying in the house all day. I just want to get out, but I can't, because I got to be here to troubleshoot, you know, things that they may have questions with. Alright, so again, I'm going to open up the last poof I did. Look, I pulled the wrong color, so we'll go this way. I pulled the wrong color, y'all. Make sure your opening is on the bottom. And then put it in. And I still got a long piece here. Oh! My dog does not like the sounds, so she keeps coming back behind me. Alright, put it in, and we twist tie it. Move all this out of my way so I don't poke myself. Alright, let's go back to the side I was working on. Oh, so I was right. I missed one. Okay, so it is solid. Silly me. Silly me. I like this side better folded in. And here we go again. Rolling, rolling, rolling along. So yesterday, if you guys didn't see my picture, now if that happens, a little cannoli, you can just snip it off. Or you can go back and roll it so it's all facing in. So one of the workers here, he decided, I guess he was in my driveway, and when there's a lot of snow and stuff in my driveway, because I have a steep driveway, he tried to back out, and our driveway kind of curves like this, and then you go forward. Well, it curves and it goes down, and with the ice and all, he slid right off the driveway and into the wooded area. Not good. Hey Ann, how are you? And because he did that, he kept trying to get out. My neighbor got very, very upset and was screaming out the door. And I was like, oh, good God. And I heard the tires like spinning, zzz, you know. And I was like, what the heck? And I look, and I was like, oh, good God. So I'm out there, I'm telling him, just wait. It's all defrosting. Just leave it, and when all the snow melts here, you know, because it's gonna melt today, then you can get the truck out. Well, he wouldn't listen to me, and he kept doing it. Thanks, Carol. And he eventually had to call a tow truck because he got himself so deep in the mud. Hold on, let me get some more. That it cost him $225. But he wouldn't listen to me when I told him to stop. So he paid the price of that. And of course my neighbor was yelling because her cars were there. And her husband works on cars, so he has some nice cars that are under covers and stuff, you know, how guys are with their cars. And so anyway, cost him that. I had to go over. I was in tears because, you know, I just felt I didn't want my neighbor to be mad at me, you know, for it. And she wasn't. And she knew it was an accident that, you know, with him falling in there. But when she told him to stop and me to stop, hey, Don, how are you? And he just kept going. That was when things escalated. And so I'm crying because I didn't want her to be mad at me, and she's consoling me. I got the builder on the phone, and he's like, well, what the, you know, I said, get your butt over here because your guy is not listening. And it was not a fun day. So when you guys, if you look back, one of my videos I posted was me taking out one wall. I am making a police wreath, Miss Dawn. Let me show you. Whoopsie. But I gotta reach because usually you can see it. This is what we're gonna make. This guy today. I've done all the military ones and I've done the fireman one, and I've had this here, and I was like, I have to get my police one going because that's just not fair. Solid striped. So anyway, so it all wound up being okay in the long run with the car. It was no damage, but they're gonna have to. He filled in the holes, you know, with the mud yesterday after it all melted and stuff. So they'll put some seed down when it all, you know, gets better. No problem, Miss Dorn, no problem. So we're doing the outside because I had already pre-started this and did the inside to make it go a little faster because there's a lot of curls in this. It's a Shirley Temple. That's what it reminds me of, a Shirley Temple. My mom used to take rags and used to take my hair. Why is that piece like that? And take the rags and my hair and roll it in the rag and tie it. And it would make the banana curls, you know, just like Shirley Temple. Because I had, you know, that kind of a hair. And it would hold. And I hated it as a kid. You know how your hair's curly and you hate it, and if it's straight you wish it was curly kind of thing. So that was me. It still didn't come out right. That one side was really funky. So we'll open it up again and put this baby in. These are 10 inches cut wide. Whoop, I didn't do that upside down. I did that upside down. Make sure your bottom is facing down. So when we unpoof them, then put the scissors in there. So I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it, but there's no way I can get an overhead view. This camera, I can't get it, well, unless I put it behind me, I guess. That would be something to try next time. Doing it behind me. All right, so that works out right. So we'll finish with this one on the outside. Because it's even numbers, 8 on the inside, 10 on the outside. Like I said, the clips are just for me because I don't want to keep measuring this thing or recurling it. That's why I put the clips on it. But my bathroom's coming to life. I'm so excited. I've waited a long time. Our house is 40 years old and it needs updating. And of course, we never thought we'd be here for, it's going to be 22 years this summer. So we're only supposed to be here 2 years. All right, now that I got all those on, so now we're gonna uncurl this and poof it. And they're just little poofs, mind you, but we're gonna put a third row in here. So that's why I like to wait sometimes and then just do it all at once. I should put my garbage pail on the other side. So again, I like to make sure there's a curl on either side. And I'm just gonna poof these babies out. Let me do it this way. Maybe that might be easier for you to see. And just unroll it. And see, if you roll it too much, you know, it makes it hard. And these are just little poofs, okay? These aren't big, you know, poofy things. And once we add the third row in here, it will make it even poofier. So like and share the page, you guys. I'm trying to show y'all different methods here. We did the Mesh Monday. When I talked about all the different types of mesh there are out there for people to use. I'm going to do ribbons, and I'm going to show you different methods how to use this. And this is one here, which is the poof and curl, which is nice because, you know, sometimes you do just a regular poof and then you're going to add curls or, you know, in it. So this kind of is like a 2-for-1. You are, Benita? You know, here's the thing. I love watching HGTV. And what was funny, when we redid our bathrooms downstairs and the hallway bathroom upstairs, I watched to see, you know, different tiles and stuff, you know, when you watch those flipping houses. And one of the tiles I had picked that they used in, oh God, who are they? It's the divorced couple that's in Vegas. I think they're in Vegas or California. I think it's Vegas, aren't they? They got divorced, the couple, the blonde-haired girl. Oh my God. I can picture them and I can't remember their names. Anyway, they used the same tile in one of their bathrooms and did it like we did. And I thought, oh, hallelujah, I'm on the right track. Now this bathroom, so those two bathrooms were more modern. I mean, this is going to be modern, but it's going to be like a classic. You know, it's going to have herringbone, you know, tiles on the one wall and like subway tiles, not glossy on the side walls. And then those little, remember back in the days, they had those little tiny tiles that were like octagon shape that you would see. It's going to be like that on the floor in the shower. And then the floor in the main part of the bathroom will be, they're tiles, but they look like wood planks. All right. So there's our poofiness so far. But we're going to add another row because this just doesn't do it for me. All right. So now we're going to cut. So I'll angle you so you can see. I'm going to turn you this way a little bit. I think it's flip or flat. The girl, it's the blonde-haired girl, they just got a divorce, the husband and wife, and he had the cancer in his throat, and I can't think of their names. Is it flip or flop? But their names is what I can't remember. And that's going to drive me crazy for like hours now. All right. So on the outside, we're just going to add an extra row. So I'm using my ultimate mesh roller. And you can see I have a little bit here, so I may have to go get another roll. Hopefully I have another roll. I didn't think about that. Now, if you don't, like what I've done in these wreaths sometimes is I've done like the whole outside in the plain or in this and added the other one on the inside. You know, again, like a two-tone effect. I'm just trying to get my mesh unraveled there on the side. And curl. Mesh, work with me. Oh my gosh, there we go. So we're going to take this and we're going to cut these at 10 inches. If I can get this one working. Great, there we go. I'm going to scoot my iPad back a little bit. So you may or may not see me all doing this again. But I'm going to pull it across. I'm going to do 10 inches. Cut it 2 at once. And this mesh, sometimes isn't as forgiving in doing that. But we'll get it. Could be my blade is starting to get dull on me. Wow. Okay, so there's 2. We just separate those. So we're at 10, we'll go to 20. Oh, I almost cut the cord. That won't be good. I need my cord. I lost one of my phone cords. It's somewhere in the house. Who knows where it is, though. I told my husband, I said I had them because I use 3 all the time when I'm here because I put the iPad, I'll have the phone, but I keep one down here. So this is 6. 7. 8. All right. Oop, there we go. Oh, I still have enough here. So let me roll these up so that they're out of my way and I don't get them caught on anything. What's Trek doing on TV? I don't know what he's doing. Trek and Christina. Yes. Oh, it's California. See, I was thinking it was in Las Vegas. There's a new one in Vegas. Another couple, I guess it is. All right, so I'm going to split these guys up. But yes, I think they're still doing it as together. But I know she was dating somebody. I don't know if he's dating anybody. That was the last I've seen of it. I have to admit, I haven't watched it in a while. But with doing the remodel, I was trying to like get caught back up into things and see what's going on. But didn't get far. I got all these things in my way. Probably wasn't a good thing. All right. Too many up here. All right. So we're going to add a 3rd row. So again, we're going to curl it. Well, now see, where's my posting? Now, I haven't, like I said, I haven't been watching them in a while. I haven't watched HGTV. I was so far behind on my shows. And I got like all caught up all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden, I got behind again. All right, so you know how like we do that 3rd row in here? Although we're not going to skip, skip a thing, we're going to still put this in. So I use the outside one. You can use the inside one. Well, let's use the inside one. All right, again, I open it up. Oop, I want to start with the other color. I want to do it here. So I don't want the same on top of it, so I'm doing that so it's opposite. May not be opposite at the bottom part, but it'll be opposite up here. And that will be the last thing I'm going to put in that twist tie, besides any ruffles. Yeah, Chip and Joanna. I love their show. I watch them all the time. And it's sad that they left. You know, they have their own business now. She has the cosmetics. And, they have the Magnolia store, I believe. Oh, she had another baby? I missed that. Oh, Joanna did. Joanna did. Yeah, they stopped because she went into... she had a cosmetic line she really wanted to promote. Let me move you back this way. Because I feel like I'm on an angle. Probably still am on an angle. Yeah, so it's like all the shows you like, then all of a sudden they're gone, and then they come back, and, you hear rumors they may come back, and you wish they do, because they were a good couple together. I was worried they were going to get divorced or something, But that wasn't the case. Where'd my clothespin go? Okay, again, measure 5 inches from the side. Now, this gets tricky because you have to remember where you left off, in your circle here. So, I always look for the poof in the middle to see if I have one right next to it. And sometimes I'll stick something, like I'll take a paper clip. I'll take an extra one of these because I've done it where I'm like, I cut all my pieces and then I go, well, how come I have left over, you know? So this just gives me a mark of where I need to go. Especially when you're working with colors like this, they kind of all blend in. And this I do open as I go because I'm not going back to add any more or anything, you know, any more of the poof and curls. They had the bread and breakfast a bit too expensive. I know, but it was beautifully what they did for the bread and breakfast too, though. I mean, I watched when they did that on TV, and I think it was her mom or his mom or somebody was going to run it for them while they had the show, I thought. I don't know if that's still true that the show's over with. But you know, it's all the name. That's how they get the money. Wait, the mobile homes on the inside look like houses with the farmhouse stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, is that how they did it? Wait, replying to Linda. What did I miss from Linda? Me too, chipping. Okay, chipping down. Yeah. They're giving mobile homes a new look. Oh, that's what I missed. Huh. All right, see? All right, so here's my pen. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, good friends are running it? Oh, I thought it was her mom or somebody was running it. But that was, you know, when they first did it. I mean, it's cute. I don't travel to bed and breakfast that much. I don't travel, period, that much. But I will be traveling to New Orleans. Yay! Hope you guys are all going. We all have to have... Now, I don't know, you know, some of y'all may have businesses, and I may know some of y'all through the business, but I may not know your name because I know your business name. Isn't that crazy? And I'm trying to think what I should wear so people may, again, know me through the business, but not maybe as my name as being Carolynne. Was it Tammy? Oh, how cool. Hey, Barbara. So like and share the page, you guys. If you want to get a loads, good English, Carolynne. I think y'all should have gotten, those of you that signed up before the bot came out. I know I got the message, so I know my bot is working, or at least ManyChat is. Make sure you type alert below. And the problem that a lot of people think is once they get the message, they don't have to do anything else. You have to respond back in the message system in the comments from Rosie saying alert to her. Okay? And if you want to get notifications, if you swipe up on the bottom of your, you know, your screen down here. Let me see if I can do it because I'm doing it lefty. Come on. Put you guys away. Oh my goodness, Carolynne, I'm having a hard time. Oh, and I just popped you out. Okay, so see what comes on the bottom of the screen, a big white screen like this? And off to the left here, there's a little bell. If you click on that bell, if it has a line through it, that means you're not following me. So click on the bell and then it will, I can't do it upside down. Did it do it? Because I'm following myself, so it's not going to do it. And it will pop saying notifications, yes or no. And just go ahead and hit it as yes notifications. So that way, if you don't get my, you know, a notification through Messenger, you'll get it through Facebook at least. Okay? Oops, I froze myself. And then if you go to the top right of me, that side, there'll be a little red dot so you know we're live. Oh, good, Bonita. Love to have friends. Okay, where's my clip here so I know where I ended. And now you know where we're live. On the other side of me, if you tap on the screen anywhere and hit those three little white dots that come up there, you can save the video if you want to go back and look at it, you know, another day. So all we're doing is curling this. Again, don't do it so tight because when you try to unravel it, it's going to be crazy trying to. Hello, Miss Cheryl. How are you? So our snow all melted yesterday, and it wound up being 60 degrees yesterday. So we go from 4.2 inches to melting, and this Sunday it's supposed to be 68, and then it gets cold again. Hey, Wendy. So it's just a crazy, crazy weather. And let's open this again. So you see how full it's getting? This is where it hasn't been done yet. And see how full it's getting on this side? By adding this third row. Now, I haven't done this for a fact, but people say in doing it this way that you use less mesh than if you were to do the poofs. And I have not tested that method out to see, because that's just me. I'm the type to test everything. Or you can share her and it will be on your page. Yes, it will, Miss Tammy. Share me, share me, share me. Please. I like to have followers. I want to get to 2,500 people so I can give another giveaway. I did it when I hit 500. And I did it when I hit, excuse me, that wasn't right. I did it, yeah. Did I do it when I hit 500? I think I did it at 500. I know 1,000 and 1,500 I did giveaways. So now I want to hit it when I hit 2,500. 65 where you are? Yeah, it's going to be like 68 on Sunday here today. I don't know what it is outside. It was a little cold for me. I let the dog out and stayed inside the house. Yeah, okay, I know it's warm in Louisiana. Rub it in, Tammy. Rub it in. So those of you who don't know, this is just for me markers so I know where I go, because sometimes it gets kind of crazy in these and I lose my place and then I leave one out and I have to go back and search for it. So this just makes it easier. All right. Poof and curls, ladies. Poof and curls. So there's the poof and curls. There's the poof. You could do the ruffle. You could do the woodland ruffle. You could do curls. So many things to learn. Thank you, Tammy. And you know what? It's much appreciated when you spread the love, because there's people who may be just learning and want to come and watch so that they can learn, or just watch, and they don't know if I'm on, or anybody else for that matter. And it's nice to have new people too. I did for a year before I decided to do this, and I know I've told this story many times. I watched a lot of live videos, and for like a year, and because I wanted to learn. I didn't know I was actually going to go into the business of doing it, but I was like, I could do that, you know, and here I am. Here I am. We are remodeling our master bedroom. Hey, Johanna, how are you, my girl? And so let's see, Monday they took all the walls down. If you think of a square, and there was a box like in a fourth of that, so to speak, and it had closets, bathroom, 2 closets and a bathroom. It was just crazy. There were four closets in my master bedroom. It was just insane, and none of them were walk-in closets, mind you. I think I need one more here. I think that might be it. 1, 2. Because I have 1, 2. Yep. And hey, Karen. Hey, Irene. How are you? So today is framing day. So they're up there framing. We expanded the bathroom. We took maybe, I don't know, not quite 3 feet out of the master part of the bedroom, because what we did, we're making it, if you think of a rectangle, and one side, if you take 1/4 of that out, one whole side is going to be a closet, so you can walk in and walk the whole length of it. And then at the base of it, the whole back part is going to be a shower. And then you have your toilet and a double sink. So that way we don't have 4 closets in there. And it's going to be cool. So I spent last night, you know, looking at faucets. And I have been doing this the last couple of weeks before we started, going through all that to stay on top of things on my end. Because, you know, if you hold the builders up, then you get fined. You know what? We didn't design the house. It was stupid because in the rectangle shape, you had closet with a bench to sit on, and, you know, because it was 2 windows and a closet. And these 2 closets weren't even the same size. And then across the room, you had a closet going this way and then another closet this way. So it made your bedroom like an L. It was the stupidest design. It really was. And look on my business page. I've been posting videos and pictures to show you guys because everybody wants to see it as I go. And yesterday was my day because it was so stressful with the guy going down in the ditch and my neighbor yelling and everything, that there were still 2 walls that had to come out. And he asked me if I wanted to bang the wall out, since on Monday when we tried to do this, the whole cable went out, not because of them or anything. It was just that they were working in the area, and it went out 10 minutes into my 20-minute video. And I went, really? So there was still some walls to knock out. So I did yesterday, and you can hear me saying these doggone, and this is for going in the doggone ditch. So you can hear me. I try not to curse. So see how nice and full this is now? You can push your curls up, you know. Curls and the poos in here. See, I usually do this. I'll come behind and push them through. Make sure. At least let it flat, if anything. Alright? Ta-da! So let me get to these guys. These are going to be for the signs. I think we're going to put 4 on. These are my last of my 100 that I had before. So I'm finishing those up before I open my new bag. So with this is kind of cool because you guys get to see closer. Let me move the wreath out of the way. Ah! See, I had one more on the floor. And it goes right here. See? I wasn't paying attention. I was like, see, I always cut it up. Let me put this one in. Why I found the hole. Hope I put my clips away. I hate that when that happens. And then, you know, if one falls and then you don't see it, and then you find it like after you do your live, you know, or you work on your project, you find the one, you're like, I know I cut them all. Yep, this is where it was. Here's my thing. Here it is. So, and then you have extra pieces left over, and it's like so frustrating. Because then you have a 10-inch piece of mesh that it's like, what do I do with this now? But you save it. Oh, yeah. My house was built in 1976 or 78. And my neighbor actually gave me, yesterday, she gave me the original floor plans that the house was designed to be. And hers, she has the exact same house as me, but her floor plan is different inside. And I was like, oh, but I have a fireplace up in mine where she doesn't. So it's kind of, you know, funny to see it. All right, so we're going to take the sign, and these are called cable ties or cable mounts. Whoops, sorry about that. They're 1-inch little squares. I'm making sure, I hate this that it's such a delay. Okay, it has these, you know, it's like 4 little sides you can do, put things through. So we're going to peel these off. It's peel and stick, but we're going to put a little of this baby on it. It's called Rapid Fuse, and it adheres really quick. It's not like some I don't use hot glue because that at times can, you know, the heat, if this is on a, you know, front door outside and stuff, the heat from that could, oops, that one I did. It just falls apart. So this is good. You could use other types of glue, like I have the EM, you know, 6000 one too, but that just takes a while for it to dry. Yeah, each day I've been doing like day 1, day 2, day 3 of my, hey Lori, how are you? Of my bedroom, and showing people pictures of the progression. So yesterday I did the video. After they left, I have to do it because there's no lights in there. Wait, before I forget that. This had here a piece of rope, and it was stapled in. And I took that off because I'm not going to use that, needless to say. There also was a sticker down here I took off. And the reason why I do that, I don't put anything on the back of mine. Some people put business cards and stuff, and to each their own and what they want to do. I don't, because if you have this on a glass door and you're on the inside and you see a sticker, it's not pretty sometimes. Yes, do alerts, you guys. Put alert down here in the bottom. Rosie, my robot, in your personal message, you know, she will send you a message. Respond back to her in that comment section, in your personal message section, that you, with the word alert there, and then you'll get alerts. If you don't, you won't get any notifications from me. And again, swipe up on the bottom of your screen and the big white block, and there's it says following, or a little bell over there. Make sure that bell doesn't have a line through it. If it does, just press on it, and then another thing comes up and saying you want to get notifications, and hit yes. All right. Now, we always buy these pipe stems. I happened, when we were cleaning out the master bedroom, I had to bring a bunch of stuff to donate. I got this at Goodwill, this whole bag, for 99 cents. And the blue stickers happened to be, that day, they were an extra % off. I don't know what it was. So I was like, score. So you never know where you're going to find those great bargains. All right. So we're going to take this and we're going to thread it through. That side does, that one doesn't want to thread through. Oh, because the little holy thing isn't cold all the way through. There we go. There we go. That was funny. Never had that happen. Do you mount any foam? I do have foam if need be, and I also have a stapler that I can use. So if it's thick enough that you don't need to use a piece of foam to put on here, then you can just staple the pipe cleaner onto it directly. I think I've only done that once or twice. This I could have done it with because this is thick enough here, but I'm so used to just doing this. I even bought a new stapler because my other one, the handle stopped. I don't know, like the tension on it didn't work anymore, so you couldn't use it. So I bought a Stanley one, since now, like, a lot of Stanley, just like Craftsman's, are lifetime warranted. All right, so we're going to do this. This is so good. I'm glad you get to see it closer because I'm always so far away. I want to move my plug over there so I don't cut it. All right, so we're going to put this aside for right now. And I did 2 things. So see, I keep my extras. Let me get rid of my jute here. Now, because I did it in the brown, which, again, I was bringing out the tan or the brown from the base of this, I can use blue and black for, I'm going to do ruffles because there's a lot of pearls already. Oops. That one doesn't want to go all the way down in the back. I just want to get these out of the way because they do snag on everything. Everything always snags, so. Good morning. You know what? It's okay if you're late. Just still working. We're doing a police wreath. This is the sign we're going to be using. I have this to put in there. Now, I could do it as curls if I want to. I just want to bring a little of the blue because these are the ribbons we're going to be using today. Just want to make sure my thing. I have, let me put these up right. This is what I want to use. I'm debating about the red because they do wear the American flag on their shirt, and that's why I wanted to bring the red in. And this is as if I was going to do a bow. Usually on the military ones, for me, I don't do bows because I think if it's going to be a man, he may not want it. And I try to do it with just maybe some accent colors like this or using tubing in there. So if I just do tails, then I'm definitely going to use this and this as being my tails. And I thought I could throw in one of these or maybe the red in between. You know, like doing tails like this if I wanted to do 3 tails. Just to bring in another color instead of it being so this. So what do you guys think? Should I do just tails like this? Or should I do tails like this? So we'll do this. If you think hearts, this is hearts, if I should do it this way. Or a thumbs up if I should do it this way. So you guys tell me which way I should do it. Hearts. Send me some hearts. Or a thumbs up for this way. You guys all sleeping? Like the little red. I just got that. Got that from Deco Exchange. And these are from Craft Outlet. I'm late. Hearts. Hearts this way, I think, Roxanne? I just thought the red would give it a little pop of color. And if I put this behind it, like a ruffle, I see another heart. Yeah. Hearts it is. Hearts of one. Oh, look at all those hearts. Look at you guys now. You're funny. All right. Hearts wins. Hearts wins. And we'll put just the blue as a ruffle behind it to give this a little pop of color. Okay. Gotcha. I love the hearts. Thank you, Michelle. All right. So this is it. See, that wasn't hard. You guys helped. And I haven't cut any of these yet either. I usually do a lot of things prep time before. But I was like, you guys don't get to see everything all the time. So I'm going to put you back over this way. So you can see me cut. This is the ultimate mesh roller, you guys. And this is the collapsible version of it. I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to move you guys up. A lot of moving the camera today. Which is cool. Which is cool. Just get you guys seasick. Now, I'm almost at the end of this one. So I'm going to cut this one first. Usually I would cut using both. It doesn't really matter, but... So I'm going to tuck this underneath. Now, your ruffles, you can make them as big as you want or as small as you want. It's up to you. Oh, goodness. My little radio that I listen to when I'm not here by myself down here. Sorry about that. I can't stop the phone calls from coming in. And that was a solicitor phone call. All right, so people do 15, they do 20 or whatever. I'm going to make it 12, okay? Because I want it to be a nice ruffle. Did I put my blade out? No. So I'm going to cut these at 12 inches. Oh, and it just froze my screen up doing that. Hey, Janie, how are you? Dana, it doesn't matter. We're making a police wreath, and it's all good. You're here now. That's the most important thing. And I told everybody I was doing days because I was so bored watching TV because I have to stay at the house while they're doing construction upstairs. And I'm bored. 6. And I said, why not go live with you guys? When you buy from Deco Exchange or Craft Outlet, do you always buy enough to get free shipping, or do you just... I try to always buy enough so I don't have to pay shipping. Because shipping with him, if it's under $100, you're paying $25 more. So why not buy something for $25 and then you get the free shipping, rather than just giving, so to speak, $24 away, $25 away. That's how I view it. Y'all been de-stressing in the last few days, changing the furniture and decor. Look like chalk painting. Oh, have you? Hey, my house has been redecorated too. It's called construction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm losing my count. Oh, see, this is at the end of the roll. So we'll take the little tape off. Yeah, my distressing yesterday was whacking out a wall. They only give me a hammer. I was like, if I have to whack a wall out today, man, I'm getting that sledgehammer. 12, 1, 2. Hey, Tommy, how are you? And let's see how big this is. This is 5, 6, 7. But I don't throw this away. I keep it because there may be something I just need a little curl with. And I'll use it for that. So what did I say? I got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm stopping too short because since I always miscount, I don't want to cut them over. My daughter does, both my daughters craft, and my one daughter took her bedroom furniture, and it was all, whatchamacallit, like a dark rosewood, I call it, and she distressed everything. Now, I didn't cut these big enough to do this method where you curl it in, so I'm just going to curl in the edges of just a little bit. And I flip it and scrunch it. Now when I get to the end here, I'll just curl this edge in a little bit and tuck it in. So I have my little bow tie. Start with these on the outside. And now the color starts coming in. Oh, did I bring a bunch of these up here? Nope, I did not. Oh, almost fell out of the chair. That would have been fun. So I'm going to move you guys up a little bit so maybe I can see you guys. Because I feel bad. I'm looking down at my iPad and I want to like talk to you guys. Like, see if that works. If I put it up high enough. Because I'm so close. No. Okay. So I'm going to move you guys back because this is kind of the easy part now that starts coming. And since I got it widescreen, I'm so happy. I can't tell you. Now the next trick that I'm going to try to do is get it on my computer. That will be fun. Because I cannot get my computer to read my Facebook the same time I go live. Go figure. Go figure. Hey, Trish. Connie, I will let her know that and ask. This is vinyl. So she cuts it in her machine and then I gave her my business card and she sat here and she did it the one day, and then when she went home she printed it for me because she doesn't live here. I will ask her, and what I will do, I will personal message you and talk to you about that if you want, okay? But yes, it's up to her. I've told her she did this really nice wooden sign and it says the word hello with a pretty bow, And that's what's on her front door now. And I said, girlfriend, I said, you need to just make some. She goes, well, Mom, you know, I don't know if I want to do this as a business. And I'm like, I can help you. So, I want to say Craft Outlet. I think that's where I got it. It's just, everybody has, you know, has been doing like the rectangle signs, you know, that talks about long blue line. And I said, I saw this one and I like the distress look on it, you know, and it says thin blue line on them. And I said, and I was like, I like this one, you know, back the blue. Or they have one, you know, thanks for your service for, you know, blue. So that, like I've been saying for many, many months, you know, now I'm trying to buy signs and stuff that maybe people don't see all the time, because, you know, just to make them different, because we're all reefers, wreath makers, and it can get, you know, if everybody sees the same thing, it gets kind of boring out there. So I'm trying to be creative on things. So see how the color is coming out there? And it's not going to be all black and blue, and it brings the tan out here. And once we put the ribbon on, it's going to look good. You guys tell me if any of this drops on the other side, because I missed that, and that's how I wind up cutting more than what I need. I should move it up a little bit more, because my head's chopped off. Let me get this guy in here. So these are just ruffles. I cut them at 12 inches and just scrunching it up. Looks like a little butterfly, little bow tie. No problem, Hope. No problem at all. And then I'm just putting it in here. Oops. Hold on. I need one of those Mevos or whatever they call it cameras, because so I don't have to get up and down. I can just swipe on a screen. Those cost money. And I don't have that money yet. Especially with the remodeling. I don't have that money. Let me see if I can put these here. So I'm going to keep bending down. Ugh. There we go. Hi! I get to see you all now. Get to see this gorgeous mug. So what is everybody up to today? Like I said, I know I've been doing some lives during the day more than nights, because, you know, there's people that have to work night shifts. So I thought, you know, maybe I'll do some during the day. And besides, like I said, I'm kind of bored sitting here because I can't go shopping. It's like last night, I told my husband, whoops, that I need to go look at, you know, faucets, you know, and stuff, and fans, like at Home Depot. And I had been doing that, so I kind of know. I'm just going to collapse this down. This is the ultimate collapsible mesh roller. Ladies, Miss Susie Brown, who invented this, she has different versions of this, okay? I'm just collapsing it down to give me more space. And I'm going to put her link down here. It's my affiliate link. She's doing a contest, and I would so like to win something. It's like with everybody. You enter a contest, and then you never win, kind of thing. But I hope I win. And it's based on how many you sell for the month. Ultimate mesh. Oops. And she has four different types of products there. She has the single one which stands. She has this one I have, the collapsible. She has the same one as being stationary. And she has the new one of this version that came out, which is really, you know, and so, you know, you got 4 options. And I did, if you scroll in my links, I did post a thing with showing on pictures of all 4 of them so that you guys can see the various ones. Simplify. But she gets so busy. Everybody's so busy sometimes during the day. You know, usually she comes on, but she can't be on everybody's thing. You know, I mean, she's running a business. We all run our businesses, and I can't be everywhere for everybody else either. Organize.shop.com. Bingo. So that's my affiliate link for her. And I'm going to put Deco Exchange on here because I have a bunch of his ribbons that we'll be using today. And the same thing. Deco Exchange. If you use that, that would be nice for me. It's not like I get paid $1 million, y'all. We, you know, like when we do these, to have these affiliate links, you know, yes, we get a little bit of a kickback from it, but it's not much at all. But we're supporting them. They're supporting us by letting us do this or giving us a, you know, an affiliate link. And it's just another way to get, you know, show you, whoops, wrong letter. There we go. Places that you could shop and make it easier for you guys as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. Oh, good. See, that's down and I have a little bit more space. I'll put you over here. Don't need you yet. So there we go. That's all that we're using today. And of course, if you want to be a part of me, you can type alert down below, and Rosie, my robot, will send you a message in your personal message section. Make sure you respond back to her with the word alert. And if you do, then you'll get alerts from me when I go live. And you can also swipe up on the bottom here and you get that white screen. And coming down the stairs, the guys. And when you do that,
we'll be back soon.
Okay.
I know you are.
I know. I'm on a live video.
All right.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Okay. So, what was I saying? Y'all help me out. What was I saying? Oh, so if you swipe up on the bottom, there's a little bell. Make sure that bell doesn't have a slash through it. Click on it if it does. And then it will pop up asking if you want notifications. So you know, that way you can get it and you can follow me as I do these gorgeous wreaths for you all to buy. Now, this is listed already in my Etsy shop. So if somebody does want to buy it, it's already listed there. I have all my military, my firemen, and police. They're all at the same price because I feel that's only fair. So they're all listed at $70. And even though it may say one in there, I can make more if you need them. If you're going to some sort of function or whatever that you need more. So where's my pipe cleaner? It's hiding. It's hiding. So I did use black. You know, I think I said that in the beginning because we talked about it. But I have black chenille stems or pipe cleaners here. So you still get the black and blue, so to speak. I feel like I'm saying that like somebody's beating me up. Ooh. Do you guys watch Ellen's show? I watch her. I record her every day. And I record Steve Harvey. I like them both. Harry went off. Harry Connick Jr.'s show didn't come back this year. And I like Harry. He was only on, I think, 2 years. And that was it. But I think, you know, he needed to get his feet wet the first year. He did better the second year, but I guess they didn't like him in the, you know, the corporate world, I guess. So maybe he'll be back. Who knows? But she has her show, The Games. And it's just funny, you know, to watch her game shows, people flying and getting thrown off things. I always want to know when she does the Noah Go. She's funny. The Noah Go where they drop you down, you know, and I always want to know what's underneath there. And I'm gaming that it's probably, you know, like you go in a mosh pit with the big sponge things. That's what I'm gaming. It's got to be. Because, you know, you're dropping like on her show, what is it, like 3 stories high, I think it is, when she does the game of games. And I also like with, oh God, what's his name? Oh, the Game of Titans with The Rock. I like watching that too. I'm all about games. American Ninja. I'll watch anything. Almost anything. I will not watch football on daily or basketball or hockey. I will go to a game gladly and support whatever team. But it's just not my thing to watch. But my husband will sit there and watch those games on TV. But I'll watch gymnastics and ice skating. Watch her night show. Yeah, that's the game show that she has. Ellen's game show, or whatever they call it, with $100,000. And it's just funny. And I'm glad she did it because, you know, it's just a fun show. You know, there wasn't anything like that. And to do the different types of games on there. And, you know, they're still inventing, I'm sure, games. Because after a while, it's going to be, you know, boring. And like the Deal or No Deal was coming back. And I loved that. And I would be like so intense. Pick this number. Pick this number. And I'd be like, they didn't pick it. And I was just like, oh, you know. Because I'll be saying one number. One of the curls here I didn't like. So I'm fixing it. That was coming back on. Unless it did. I don't know. I thought it was already on. Maybe it's coming in March. You know, it's weird because I have so many shows I tape. I do Swamp People, SWAT. I was Amsterdam, New Amsterdam, The Good Doctor, Grey's Anatomy, because I've watched that for years. Lethal Weapon. What else do I watch? Oh, The Housewives of New Jersey. I'm not from Jersey, but they just crack me up. We get into all sorts of silly little fights. So I didn't drop any, hopefully. No. So let's cut some more. I didn't think I was going to use this up. I forgot. So we'll set this baby back up. Whoops, come here. Yeah, before when we were, the guys, oh, not the guys, in doing, you know, getting ready for all this, I was like, oh my God, I have to move my DVR. I could swear I had more than that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did any of these fall? Yep, they did. You guys were supposed to be my eyes. That's okay. You can't see them when I throw them up on the table. And before I cut any more, that's what I hate. I usually have a basket down here, but I made some bows the other day. Because I was playing around with fabric, with bows. You know, it's like you make a bow and then you think it's going to work and then you go, So I keep them and I'll unravel them. Sometimes, you know, I'll use the top 3 in another piece because you can always add them together. Wait. Have you watched Manifest? No. What's Manifest? There was a show on, I think, similar to Manifest where, oh my God, was it Crossing Over? It was like these people came from whatever planet and they were basically washed up on the shore in this one small town with the sheriff found them kind of thing. And they had them like fence around them because the CIA, whatever, Apex. It had to do with a group called Apex. Or the dominant group. And that show didn't come on. And I like that. You know, once you know what it is, then it kind of like takes the like, oh, what's going to happen out of it? But I think Manifest is similar to that. And gymnastics for 30 years and until I got arthritis. Connect 2 more, I was able to... Okay, so Tammy, I'm the same boat as you. I did gymnastics. I I also rode horses. I was into a lot of sports. And then my girls, when they were like 8, decided the Olympics had come on. And they decided they wanted to do gymnastics. So in the time of their 8, so they graduated high school, they did it. During that time, because there's 2 of them, I had twins, and, you know, competition and going to, you know, and all that. I didn't teach them personally in any of the groups, in any of their stuff, and I think that's a good thing. Well, no, I take that back. I did teach them, because I ran a gymnastic program in Illinois before moving down here. I was there, what were we there, 2 years? And I was the head coach. I was the one who ran the programs. So I was the head coach and program director for the gym. And they did it. And then I also became a judge. So if you know about competition, you have different levels, like the small levels, level 2s, and you work your way up and, you know, go to Olympic level and stuff. So I became a judge, and I judged all the way through level 8, sometimes level 9 competition. My girls finished out as level 8s, and now this is going back. They graduated high school in 2000, so this is going back about 18 years now. God, 18 years. Wow. But they both coached. Now, I coached and judged in USA Gymnastics, so a nationally ranked judge, and I ran gymnastic programs. I was head coach. You know, I started my way up from the bottom, and I worked my way up, and I did that for all those. I did it for 20 years. I became a high school judge, high school coach, private coach, head coach, running an entire programs. I did all that for years. I loved it. The reason why I stopped was because I reached my goal. I had no more goals. I had all my kids the one year, every single kid on every single level moved up, got a medal at nationals, made it to states, all the kids that were competing that one year, and that was a goal I had. And then I was like, what am I going to do? And I said, you know what? I'm on a high. I'm going to walk away. And people thought I'd go back. And it was hard. I judged for 1 more year. And then I had knee issues. I injured my knees, so that kind of took me out. All right, so there's our wreath base. So let's do some tails. Oh, good. So I didn't cut any extra. Thank the Lord. I thought I was going to have extra. And my son, he played, let's see, his first thing he played was soccer, and I think he was in 4th grade. He played it for 1 season and said, I don't like this. I said, why? He goes, because they kick you in the leg. I said, you have shin guards. I don't like it. I was like, okay. So he started to do gymnastics. Boys are stronger than girls in a sense. So he was already on what they call a ton track, which is like a long trampoline. And he'd be running down that thing, flipping. And the girls weren't even at that level. And they had been doing gymnastics like a year already. And he only started, you know, and within a couple of months, he was already flipping. And I was just like, good God, dude. So, good for him. But then, you know, some people think gymnastics for boys is sissy, which I think is stupid. But life goes on. Great fun for you. Congrats. Yeah, it was fun. And I still miss it. I still keep in contact. I've gone to some of the girls that live here. I've gone to their weddings. Look, I keep putting this down, and I got to keep it up because I got to cut my ribbons down. Oh, Carolynne, I'm not thinking because I'm talking. I'm talking. And so, and that's nice to see them, you know, meet boyfriends. One got engaged. She went to France, and she got engaged, and she's married now. One, and oh, I forgot what she's doing. One made Cirque du Soleil, China's Cirque du Soleil, and she's been touring around the world. I don't know if she still does it now. One became a nurse, and she has diabetes, so she works with a lot of patients that have, you know, diabetic. And she married, she's only, I swear, you know, most gymnasts are small. Like my girls were 5'4", 5'5", so she's the same way. And she married a guy that was 6'8". I mean, it was like, what? But it was the cutest looking couple. These two came from Craft Outlet, by the way. This came from Deco Exchange, just to FYI. So we're going to put that one on last. Put these two guys. I'm going to put these guys on the same rail because this is a big one. I'm going to put it on the top rail or bottom rail. Doesn't matter which. But so I can cut them all at the same time. I watch the men's gymnastics too. Why is this not going through? Oh. And I watch it. I think it's coming on March 2nd, I think it is. I think that's when it's whatever championship. All right, so I'm going to thread these through. Get in here. So these two I can cut together. This won't be to the side. And the reason being because this is a little bit bigger, so I can't stack it here. Normally I would. Now if you see where it folds because it's a new piece, I just go ahead and cut that piece off because you can never get that crease out. Unless you iron it, maybe you can, but not worth my time to do that. So I'll line these up here, pull them across, and I'm going to do these at 13 inches. And just cut them. That'll be 1, 2. Oh, I just poked my fingers. Now I know some of you are going to ask me, don't I use the perfect tails or anything like that? And the answer is going to be no. It's nothing against them or anybody else. I probably should, because it would probably make my life easier curling them. But I haven't invested in that yet. Yes, I'm still 5 feet. I'm 5'8", so I was tall back then. I was considered tall. So, and people, you know, they always go for what you would say the small, the short one. 26, okay. Because they think of short and stocky. My girls were never short and stocky. They may have been short, but not stocky. They're still thin to this day. Hey, Judy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 6. 7. 8. 9. And the sad thing is, back in my day of going gymnastics, you had that old camera that had the flash on. You go, and you had to take the roll to go to get developed. And I really didn't have anybody taking pictures of me, you know, with parents both working and stuff like that. I think the only pictures I have of me doing gymnastics, I was in college, and we were working out, a bunch of us, and they took a picture of me on the uneven bars. Now, my uneven bars are a lot different than what they do now. Which some of the things they do now are crazy, crazy. I don't know how many I counted again. All right, let's see how many I have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11. 12. Oops. 13. We'll put 15, 13, 14, 15. Because again, I like to cut less so I don't wind up going over. Because I hate cutting more ribbon than what I need. Because then you have all this leftover ribbon. And I keep a box. I have like a shoe box. And I keep all my extra ribbon pieces in there. Now I know I didn't have any of the extra of these because these are brand new on the roll. Kind of thing. Now this one, does it have a right and a wrong side? No, not really. I always check that because even though it comes off the thing looking one way, you can always flip it. This one, does this have a right and a wrong side? This does. It's like, I don't know, they adhered the blue on top, so, you know, piece the pieces. I don't know what the word would be. So I'm getting these together so I can cut them all, not at once, but make my life easier. I wish I could cut them all at once, but these are smaller, so they won't come out good if you mix it with the big boys. The big boys. It's so quiet in my house now because the guys aren't here. I wonder if they went to go get lunch. Because I told them, I said, you know, you can sit at the kitchen table, you know, instead of sitting out in the car and getting, you know, cold. I said, that's fine. There's 3 workers here that are here, so. And he's like, oh, thank you. That would be nice. And I said, yeah. I said, you know, not to say my house is your house because you got, you know, supposed to be working, but, you know, yesterday was nice. They could sit out in the car, but not today. It's a little cold. Let me get that one up there. Almost cut it. That would have been wonky, that one. There we go. This is the time-consuming stuff when you're doing it. And like I said, I usually do this beforehand. But I said, why not do it with you guys today? Why not? Hello, Katie! How are you, my friend? I don't get to see you that much anymore because you're in your groups. But I can't wait to meet you in NOLA. That's going to be so exciting. So many people that I've watched on lives or that have watched me or whatever. Not that I'm so popular, but I love seeing the people that. So Katie, here's my story with Miss Katie. Katie's from New York, as though you guys didn't know, maybe, and she does Crazy Maisies, and I met her on a live, and she was really helpful for me. It was the time I was debating if I should do. I thought that looked longer for some reason. And doing, you know, Damon's group, and girlfriend, go look at one of my videos from yesterday, and I took a hammer. I was knocking out a wall, girl, knocking out a wall, because I got so crazy. But we met, and she was like, oh, you know, take the plunge, you know, and I thought. And I went off her live and started to Damien's Crafty Coins class, came back on, and I said, I took the plunge. And she's like, yay, you know. So I've always watched her, but because she inspired me to step out of my comfort zone and do this, because I just retired in July last year, and I wasn't going to do another job. And I decided to do wreathing. And like I was telling you guys earlier, I watched for a year, and I do a lot of crafts and done wreathing. Not, you know, different calibers, but than what I do now. And watched a lot of Katie. Katie's my girl. So I sent her just a little thing that time, just as a thank you. It wasn't anything big or fabulous or anything, but it was just thank you for, you know, being supportive to me. And yes, making me take the plunge. But, you know, just being kind. And that's just me. That's just me. Hey, Gary. How are you? Yeah, so share and like this page, you guys. Bring some people. We like to have people. Hi, Mary. Strong-ass woman. Did you watch the video, Katie? I wanted a sledgehammer. The first day I went to do it Monday, and the only part of the video you see me of really knocking out the walls was when the guy was saying, now take it like this and do this. And I'm like, really? I want a sledgehammer. And that's when the cable, the whole internet went down because they were doing some service stuff in the area. So it went down for like 6 hours. And I couldn't get on to 6 hours later to see what was recorded. So Yeah, spread the love, spread the loves. Bless me, please. I'm trying to get to 1,500 people. Excuse me, 2,500 people. I already passed 1,500 people. And so we can do another giveaway. I like giving away things to people because it's my way of saying thank you. That's all. My way of saying thank you. Hey, Lynn, how are you? So Miss Katie was gracious enough, and she's been really nice. I sent a little something to Amanda Hayes because Amanda responded back to me, and this is before y'all started your groups, and I asked her some business questions, and she was kind enough to respond back to me as well. And that's the type of way that we guys do this. Oh, so Gary, I think this is the first time. First time you're on my video, my live? Because everybody says Shorty, and I'm like, is that Gary? Because didn't you used to do your title as Shorty Mac? And everybody called you Shorty Mac. Now see, you always tell everybody to drink. I never drink when I'm on my lives. I drink a lot before I get on. Hey Sally, how are you? Hey Margie. Oh, thank you. Yes, she did spread. Yes, Shorty. So I think this is the first time you're on one of my lives, and I appreciate it. Now I'm going to drink because now... Okay, that's it. I never drink when I'm on the live because, like I said, I always drink before I get on. I drink like a gallon, not a gallon, but a lot, just because I want to keep... I don't know, my attention with people. So, hello, I'm new to your page, Melissa. Hey, if you type alert down below, then Rosie, my robot, will send you a message in your personal message, and you got to respond back to her in your personal message with the word alert as well. Otherwise, you won't get it. Now, you can swipe up on the bottom of your screen or phone, and a big white block will come up, and it will say, if you're following me, there'll be a little bell, and the bell has an X through it. That means you're not. So it's just another way in case, our ManyChat goes down, so that you'll still get notifications. So hit that little bell, and it will come up, and you can say that you want to get notifications. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn's my buddy. Dawn lives only about half an hour from me. Gotta come up. Oh, good. Good, Carol. Good, Melissa. Yes. Connie and her clubbies. I have to come up with a name for me. Everybody's asking me to do a private group. And they've been asking about 2 months now. And I've been debating it and tossing it back and forth. Nervous about doing it. But, I reached out to a business buddy of mine yesterday. And we were talking about it. And coming up with some ideas of what we could do. But I gotta have a name. Yes, I can. I can show you the ribbon. I had everybody choose how we were going to do this today. So we're going to do, this is black and blue, literally. We have the military. The police, I don't know which way you could read it. It says brave, protect, and serve, hero, peacemakers, thank you. So it says things different ways. So we're going to do that, and we're going to put a red, because they do wear the American flag. So we're going to have it so that the red comes in the middle, like that kind of look. I know, I like the ribbon too. And I wanted just a little bit more color than being so black and blue. And this is the sign that we're going to be using. Making stuff to take to a craft show in the fall. Good for you, Melissa. You always have to start somewhere, girl. You always have to start somewhere. And then this is the wreath. We did the poof and curl with this, and I used 2 different colors. I'll turn it around so it might be easier. We used 2 different colors of jute. So one is 2-tone color, and one's just plain. So I mixed them in there, and I'm used the blue to highlight. And once we start putting the ribbons in there, it will start coming out even more. Whoops, getting caught in the ribbon here. So it's going to look cool. And it is in my Etsy shop if anybody wants to purchase it. Thanks, Margie. Oops. Yeah, I started doing wreaths. I think I put my first Etsy page was on in July or August last year. And then when I got in Damon's group of doing Etsy, now I'm a pro at Etsy. No, I'm not a pro. I'm a lot better on what to do. Thanks. The police ribbon came from Craft Outlet. Let's see. Craft Outlet, and this is from Deco Exchange. I just got this in earlier this week. I think it came in over the weekend, I think it was. So, and if you don't know me, my major in college was criminal justice. I've always wanted to be a cop. Back in those days, back in the 70s and stuff, a lot of people were either cops or lawyers or doctors or nurses. And I wanted to be a cop. I was tossed between going a doctor, you know, nurse kind of thing, or being a cop. So I chose the criminal justice field, and I figured, you know what? I can do that, and because I like the medical field, I'm just going to stick pins in this so that it doesn't come flying off again. I'm sure there'll be first aid involved. And I could be a mountie cop because I love my horseback riding. So I was like, bam, got all three. And so I did my internship, as a matter of fact, as a correctional guard up in Nassau County. Katie, you may know this, on Long Island. And firemen and policemen, there you go. Nonna's Nutty Bunch. You know, I was thinking Nonna's Nut House. Nonna's Nutty Bunch is a cute one. Well, Diana, this is for sale. The whole wreath is for sale. It's in my Etsy shop. If you would like it. All my military wreaths and the firemen and policemen, it's all the same price. I have them at $70. So if you do want to purchase it. Thank you, Dawn. You're so sweet to say that. I try. I try to do something or things that people will like or want. Now, Dawn bought, you bought the firemen. Was it the Marines? If I'm correct. So I'm going to sandwich these guys together. Whoops. Let me put this in here. Put it in, fold it in half. Yes, so Dawn bought the fireman wreath. She's bought the Marine wreath. Then she came up here. She's so funny. She saw my one Easter wreath and she bought that. And then you bought the Valentine's Day because she said she didn't know which one her kids would like. So she bought, I think it was a truck one. And I said because her boy would like trucks. I love making the military wreaths, and that's not to say because I'm biased or anything, but I live, like I have like 5 military bases, if not more, close by me, so it would be insane not to. Now, there's, my ribbons go over there, ribbons. Now, there's different ways you could do this. I could bring all the blue and black down here if I wanted to. Have my red in the middle. I could do it like that. I could put these on angles, but I think I kind of like it like that. What do you guys think? Because I want the words to be seen. If I put it on an angle, it would probably drive me crazy. I think I like it like that. And I don't know why I started on the top row, because I usually start on the bottom row. Silly me. The blue is, this blue on the mesh is pretty. It's just like I said, I could have done the whole base in black or blue and then maybe done this in the opposite color. But I didn't want it to look, I say the word, so depressing. You know, it's so dark. And it's just a me thing. And by bringing the red in here too, I thought that just gives it an extra pop of color since they do wear the American flag on their shirt. Even though there's no red in there, you know, I still think that's like the American flag, the sign. And you need a little red in there. You need a little red in there. Yeah, I like it like that. Now, this is how I get to be so anal. Okay, those are right. See the badges? I almost put this one opposite, so I'm going to make sure all my badges are the same way. See, that one's upside down. Some people may not even notice that, but that's a me thing. My OCD has taken over. Red, tan, and blue. Yeah, I like it. I had, you know, this. I had a plain blue, you know, which matches on the ribbon to do that. But I just wanted to bring just a little pop of color in there. You know, is what? It's just a me. Just a me. Just a me. So I don't know what story I was taking. See, I get sidetracked. I made my dad the 4th of July yesterday. But want to make him an army one so I can pull. Oh. Tammy, that's so nice. I'll tell you what, the day my dad is 98 and I know my days are coming, you know, with him. I was so happy he came up, and I know, again, I've said this story, he came up this November for the first time in all the years of being here, because he lives in Florida, and he came up and I had a week with him, and it was just so nice to have him. See, I put that upside down. Just twist you around. To have him. And I know, like, he's a Marine. And when they built here at Quantico, here in Virginia, they built the Marine Museum. And President Bush Jr. was the president at the time. So my dad was invited up for the groundbreaking. And then he was invited, you know, to come for the opening ceremonies. So you can have bricks, you know, put down. So I bought the brick, and it has his name and that he was in the war, you know, what his rank was. It doesn't have of course, a death date on it. Let me turn these around because I'm going to flip it. But it's just so cool. Hey, Tanya. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, I do hope I have his genes. That's all I can say. I would love to live to 98. His doctors keep saying he's going to live to 100. And I hope he does. He may have one other brother. There were, what, 8 or 9 of his siblings that may be still alive. And he is 100, if not 101, if he's still alive. We've been trying to track him down because it doesn't say that he has passed away. But we're having a hard time finding because we don't know his kids' names and stuff. So we've been searching for the man because it would be nice to have them talk to each other because all the other siblings have passed. So it's just something we're trying to do, you know, for my dad. Just something nice, you know. He wants to go back to Italy because his parents were immigrants from Italy. And I can't afford that. But we did the whole... Him, his brother, and one of his sisters did the whole family tree thing. And so we have it all traced back, which is kind of cool to read about, you know. And his father had land over there in Italy, and he wound up giving it away, and it was for an orphan that she gave it to. So it's always nice to go back and see. So like and share this page, you guys. So personal and a great person to teach. Oh, Sally. I mean, you have watched her for a long time and really learned a lot. I do. Ah, Sally. Sally, I've known. Sally, and I didn't know this till she said it the other day, or a couple of weeks ago. We were talking, and Sally has known me since, what was it, September, October last year. She's been following me. She's really sweet. Full of nice comments, which is what's nice. And I didn't realize how long she was following me all this time until she said that, because I had broken my thumb. And she said, that's about when you came on and followed me. It was like I think it was end of September, beginning of October. So it's nice to have people that are still here, and it's nice to have newbies because I love having people. I just like it. It's fun. See, it's so quiet here because they're not banging away upstairs. But my house looks like a hoarder house. It's driving me crazy. I have to come downstairs every day to go in a box to get shirts and clothes. And I'm like, oh, you know what? We'll just wash this and wash that because it's such a pain. But it's all good. It'll all be done in, let's see, this is the end of week 1. So they said 6 to 7 weeks. So I'm like, yeah. I said, you guys haven't finished once. This is their 3rd project they've done on my house. And they haven't finished on time on one of them. So I'm like, yeah. And my friend's supposed to come next week, her and her husband. So that's going to be fun. So hopefully she's still coming. Thanks, Diana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Miss Diana Richardson, who's on here, she does make wreaths. And I live in Virginia, and she lives in Maryland. And we met because we're going to Wreath Makers Live. And I was on one of my lives, and she popped on. And I had said that we needed, you know, if anybody needed a roommate, we had space for one more. And she contacted me and said, yes, I'd love to room with you guys. So I said, okay. So she's rooming with us. So we've talked on the phone, and, you know, we help each other out on things. And she lives close by, so she actually told me of a place we're going to go ribbon shopping. She found a place here in, was it Maryland? And I was like, I didn't know that one existed. I've been trying to find like a wholesaler, so, you know, I can buy ribbon cheaper. So we're going to do that one day. First time from Katie and loving it. Oh, hey, Michelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Katie's my New Yorker buddy. We're both from New York. I'm from Long Island. She's from, I call it upstate New York. And so she still has her New York accent. Mine comes in on certain words. Oh, we going next week? Wait. Diana, I have to talk to you. I got to find out what day you're talking about. I know we talked. I couldn't remember. I don't know if I put it in my calendar. We'll talk. So anyway, so this is my babysitting day, and you guys get to be with me while this construction goes on. And if we get this done before the guys come back, I'll take you on a tour of what they're doing, because I haven't been upstairs since last night. Well, I've been upstairs because I'm sleeping on a twin bed. My husband's downstairs in my son's bed, which is a full-size bed. And you can't put 2 adults in a full-size bed. Not when you're used to being in a king-size bed. Doesn't work, you know. It's like going like, move over, you know. And so I said, he's staying down there because he can use the bathroom down there in the mornings because he goes to work. And I'm sleeping upstairs. So we're like in separate parts of the house, it seems like. But it's all good. We'll survive. Susie Brown's in the house. Woo, woo. How are you, my girl? Yes, Tammy, I have been to New Orleans. I lived at Fort Polk, Louisiana. If you think of New Orleans being on the part of the boot and you go up, I'm up there. I think Lake Charles, where Damon lives. Oh, it's been many years, so I can't remember if Lake Charles was above me or below me. I'd have to go look at a map. Hi, Susie. We talked about our mesh rollers. See how we used it today. Oops. This one got untied. Kathy, hey, welcome. Kathy, it's for sale. This is for sale. This is the sign that's going to go on in the middle here. It's for sale in my Etsy shop. I did post, if you scroll up on the bottom here, you'll see my website there. And also on this video, if you you know, hit the corner, come down, and on the top there I also posted my video as well. Susie, I got this to go lengthwise. I'm not sideways. So, it's a cute pattern. I do like it. This is 2 different types of meshes, or jutes I should say, in here. One's the solid color, and I'll show you guys, those of you that just came on. I know, I get excited about things, Kathy. Oh my God, do you really, Tammy? We were down there, we were stationed there. Okay, now I'm going to go back from 81 to, my son was born there in 84. So we were there 3.5 years. And then we came back up to, we went to Virginia, to Fort Polk, back to Virginia, to Alaska, to Florida, to Georgia. Where do we go from Georgia? Georgia. To Kansas, back to Georgia, to Illinois, to here. We spent a lot of time growing up on the East Coast in general. All right, so I'm going to flip this. So I used 2 different types of jute. One that has the 2-tone in it, and one that was just solid. And I did alternating ones. And this is the poof and curl method. These were cut at 10 inches long each. The tails are at 13 inches each, just to FYI. Thank you, Susie. Susie is such a sweet person. She's been really kind to me. She's helped me when we were trying to do my Facebook page back up last year for the first time. And she's been a very nice supporter. I was talking about you because I know you can't, I say, you know, when we're talking about the mesh, you can't be on everybody's page to say hello because, you know, you're just busy. But I do appreciate it when anybody comes on, whether it's my business coach or other people, to say, drink, okay. Gary, I'm so thrilled you're here. Look, this is it's a Camelback and has, what do I have in here? Pink lemonade. I never drink when I'm on a live. And this is the first time ever. I'm making history here. Or you're seeing history here. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Iowa, Louisiana. It's about 10 minutes outside of Lake Charles. You guys are all down there. You guys get to go see Damon and everything. Go hang out. And I'm like here. I'm like, I mean, I love being where I am. I don't mind it. We were here. This was our 3rd duty station here. And we're only supposed to be here 2 years. And we've been, this July, it will be 22 years. So that's why we're remodeling the house, because it needs updating from the 70s. And it's coming along. We had done this whole main floor the first time in 2015. We started, it's like funny how the little project started. And, you know, we did the main floor, the floors upstairs. When my one granddaughter was being born in 2011. We've painted the whole place like everybody does. Susie, this is the first time he's ever been on one of my lives. And, which is really fun to have him. And fun to have everybody else. And I just laugh because he's always the one, when I watch on everybody else's lives, he's telling them, drink, drink. And everybody says, okay, Shorty Mac, I'm taking a drink. And I think that's just funny. It's just funny. Canada, hey, Linda. Yes, same country. Hey, I've been to Canada. You all, if you ever gone to Niagara Falls, hello, go. Beautiful. We went for a gymnastic national competition, and we were staying what we call on the state side. And we walked over the bridge to go to the Canadian side. And we spent a day there. And we did the whole Niagara Falls thing, the boat in the water that takes you and gets you soaked. Even though you have a raincoat, you still get wet. And it was just beautiful. And beautiful country. Jersey in the house. So if you guys ever get a chance, all my years of living in New York, I never went. And here I moved down, you know, I'm in Virginia, and I had to go there for a competition. I went, might as well go see Niagara Falls. So it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. You know, it's funny. I don't get dehydrated. Like I said, I drink, you know, before I come on. I always make sure I go potty before I come on. And I, you know, have a drink and I just take good gulping. And I just want to give you guys the time. And my light is not too high because it's a chandelier. I feel like the, what is that? Phantom of the Opera with the chandelier up there. Because I hoisted it up. It's clipped up there since I'm in my dining room, since I can't use my room. 1, 2, 3 more. So let's cook 3 more. So here we go back to the ultimate collapsible mesh roller. I'm cutting it at 13 inches. It's in between the 12 and the 14. And I used to do a lot of 14s, then I went to 12. It just depends on it. The size of the frame is how I look at it. And look at how easy this rolls out, y'all. Look at how easy. But 13 is the middle marker for me. Alright, so I said I needed what, 3? 1, 2, 3. Whoops, didn't cut that one all the way. Oh, I could have done, okay, I'll do it this way. Here. See, I always do this 10, 11, 12, yeah, 26. You gotta have 1 to 20. You know, start getting those higher numbers, it's like, oh. I am attaching the ribbon on here. I'm using Chanel stems. They're already on the wreath. The wreath base, I have 18 going on there. So there's 8 on the inside of the wreath, and there's 10 on the outside of the wreath. So we have 18 little Chanel stems in whole. Now I'm going to wind these up because I'm not going to use them. Sure. Yes, type alert down here in comments, and Rosie, my robot, will send you an alert in your private messenger. And you need to respond back to her with the word alert again in the private messenger. If you don't, you're not going to get alerts. And you can also follow me if you swipe up on the bottom here. And a big white screen comes as a little bell. Make sure that bell is clicked on, not with the line through it. You can tap on it and another thing pops up saying, yes, you want to get notifications and follows me. Follows me? That was good English. To follow me. I like having followers. I like having peeps. I'm trying to get to 2,500 so I can do a giveaway. I gave away a easy bow on my first, I think it was 500 or 1,000. And then I gave away a truck sign on my, when I hit 1,500. So I don't know what we're gonna get when I hit my 2,500. I don't know. You have to wait and see. So come join me and have fun. This is the Nut House. I should be Carolynne's Nut House, or Nonna's Nut House, or Nonna's Nuts, Nonna's Squirrels. I don't know. Yeah, no problem, Melissa. I did post up in the comments earlier. I have affiliate links listed in the comments, and I have the Ultimate Mesh Roller listed there, as well as Deco Exchange for those affiliate links. So you can get those links and click on there. So you can get some really cool products, whether it be ribbons or the mesh roller. Like I said, Susie has like 4 different styles of these that you can use. So, you know, get whatever you guys want. I have 2 of them. I love them. I have 2. My table, I can only afford 1 at a time right now. Oh, cool, Lisa. Yay. No problem. No problem, Margie. We are here to help. I'm just going to fold these in half. Do these right here to make it go a little faster. And just make sure you're doing the right side you are. I mean, easy enough. This is right. That's wrong. This does have a wrong side on the black and blue. The red, it doesn't matter. They're both the same on both. Although I sometimes like it to go whatever way I feel it should go. Now I'm going to make sure all my things are facing the same way. See, that's a me thing. This way, and this way. Okay. Because this does have words on it, I want them, there's a police badge on here, and I don't want the police badge to be upside down. So that's why I'm making sure it's right side up. All right, 3 more to go, and then it's sign time. Now, like I said earlier, I have deco tubing, which I was debating about putting it in, just to give it a little bit more glitterness on it. I'm not putting a bow on this because if a man buys it, he may not like a bow on it. I can always add a bow, though, if somebody wants a bow on it. That's always an option. So all I'm doing with the twist tie, I'm not opening it back up. I'm just continuing where it was and putting this in here. And we're twisting away. And that's it. Now if I wasn't putting anything else in there, then I would curl it down. Unless you have the big fluffy ones. I have ones that look like rabbit ears, you know, it looks like. And those I don't tie down or twist down because they're just cute. I think tubing. Who says I think tubing? Oh, my comments. Wow, I lost a bunch of comments. Sorry, my thing didn't go. Tubing, the tubing, to me, because I used the blue in here, I have one that's black with a little silver through it, which I was thinking about putting in here, just to give it a little sparkle. Since you see so much of the blue and all in here, and once we put the sign on, I wanted to bring some more of the black out. Does that make sense? Some people don't like to use tubing, and that's okay. You use what you want. Which way are you supposed to go? I always hate that one that crawls back at you. Alright, so let's get the sign on first to see how much. I'm going to stand up, y'all, so I think I'm going to disappear in here a little bit. And when you put the sign, you want to make sure if you have tails that you can see your tails. Because I sometimes like to bring my tails back up and over the sign so you're not just seeing the edges. It just depends on the sign too. But let's bring all my tails out and down so that they're not covered. I have my sleeves rolled up because I keep getting caught on the jute and the ribbon. And I hate that. When it's summertime, I won't have to worry because I'll have short sleeves on. So here we go. Thanks, Lori. I like it too. Like I said, there's a lot of signs. They all say different things. And there's ones that say thin blue line or thank you for your service kind of one for the police. And I saw this one and I thought it was, I just want to make sure this is all laying downward. Just kind of cool because it represents the badge, which is what this is all about, the police. So see, that's going to look like that. And then I can bring these up, you know, and over if I want to. And also put the tubing in there. Alright, so now I'm just going to find the holes where I can bring this through in the mesh so we can get around. And what I do is I bring it through on one, bring it through another. Gotta find them, and I'll just bend it a little bit till I get them all the way around. You could flip it over like this if you wanted to. Do whatever you need to do to make it work for you, because you can always fluff everything back. Everybody works differently on how they like to do it. So it's all cool. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I hope it does. Oops, come on, come on, come on, come on. Where are you? There you are. And I'm just bending the wire on the other side so it doesn't come back out after I put it in. That is always an issue. Thanks, Sally. Yes, I did. It comes from Craft Outlet. The jute you can get anywhere. Deco Exchange has it. So, like I said, I put my affiliate link. If you scroll up on the comments, you'll see affiliate link for Deco Exchange because I also got this ribbon from there. The other ribbon came from Craft Outlet. This came from Craft Outlet. The wreath base, I think, came from Dollar Tree. And the pipe stems, I was telling everybody, I went because we were doing the remodeling. I had to take a bunch of clothes in all the way. I went to the Goodwill store, found this whole bag. It was all sealed for 99 cents of pipe cleaners. So I was just like, score. So you can get some nice things, you know, there. I know, it's a pain attaching the stuff. See, this is what I like to do. I like to do it this way because I put a little pressure down on it, and I'll wrap it around a couple of times. But then I have to go back. Did I get it centered? So I try to make sure I have it centered enough. But each sign is different. Yeah, there are a lot of groups out there, Stacy and Tammy. I'm in Damon's group. I'm in his inner circle. I've been with him 8 months now, I guess it is. Something like that. You can go. There's different groups out there that teach you different things. Whether if you just want designing, if you want to learn about more of the business aspect of it. I wanted it all. That was me. So see, I got this pulled in tight, but I want this. See how I'm pushing down because it looks like it's on an angle. So I didn't pull this tight enough. Yeah, Craft Out. Listen, I order from different places. So whether it's Craft Out, whether it's Deco Exchange, Khalees, there's some wholesalers I buy from. I'll see somebody online who's selling something that, you know, maybe I haven't seen or that I wanted, and I'll get it there too. I like it. You guys are talking to each other. That's friendship, y'all. All right. Ah, much better. All right. So I think I'll put the tubing on here because I think that will give it just an extra little flair. So hold on because I moved all my boxes so that I can get in here. And of course, when I did that, everything went flying on the floor. Look, you're going to see my roots in my hair because I have to reach all the way over here. So I'm hoping I have enough. If not, I know I have others. I got this from somebody online, and it's black with silver in it. Now, I don't know if I have enough, so we might have to pull another black one out. Because I have plain black. Or if I have enough, I can alternate them. I have a lot of black. So let's see if I have enough that maybe I can alternate this in. And this is where I use my Bodabra for one of my things I do with it. So let me check to see how many I can make out of this. 1, 2, 4. Oh, I can make 8. That's one short. Well, it's going to be 8. Well, you know what? I could do this on the inside, and I could do the plain one on the outside. See that? See how that works? Let's do that. I cut mine usually at 20 inches. I use the Bodabra, I know, for the silliest things, right? I'm not adding a bow to it, Lisa. I like it to, I want the sign to really talk out. Once we add this, I can always change it. And like we all do that at times. We'll do something and then come back to it later and go, oh, let me do this. Let me add this. Let me put this down here so I have some room here. But it's just my thing with, if you put the sign off to the side, I would definitely add a bow. I think if I put a bow on this, I mean, I could put diagonal or something on it, but I don't want to put one bow on it because I think it will take away from the sign. And that's what I want it to talk about, the sign. Does that make sense? But it's to each their own. There's no right or wrong. It's just a personal preference. Okay, so I talked about this in the other day. See how the tubing crimps like that? And you would think you would have to cut it off. So here it is too. So what I do is I do this. And I push it together. And just twist it like a little bit. And look, it's gone. So I'm not wasting my tubing and cutting it off. Nobody taught me this. It was just something I wound up doing myself. And if it's still a little bit crimped, just go back again. And that's all that it is. See, it's uncrimped. Oh, got another one down here. All done. So you're not wasting your tubing. So like and share, you guys. Love to have people coming in and playing in the nut house. Yeah, I think it's going to be Nonna's Nut House. Oh, I know why. Come on, the wreath. Like, why is that so hard to be pulling? So here we go. So what do I got? 1, 2, 3. This is 4. Now I don't pull this tight because when you do it, let go, it kind of contracts back. So I kind of just lay it down and let it do its thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When they mix together, I can't count. 6. Oh, I got 7. No, I didn't. Really? Oh, man. Did I really only get 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, man. Guess we're not using that at all. Because this isn't long enough. I thought I counted for 8. Oh, well. Back to the drawing board. It's just going to be black. I don't think I have a dark enough blue. Let me see if I have a blue. Got all kinds of colors here. What? Gosh, Carolynne, I'm standing on it. It doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I cut my tubing at 20 inches because then what I do here is I'll take it like this. And I'm doing it just enough because it'll be tied there. And that's how I make my bow. If you don't want your bow as long, just make your little tails, you know, these little things longer. And that's how I do mine. Let me see if I have more, if I have a blue that we can use. Ooh, that has sparkles in it. Guys, I got like a whole drawer full of like, it's like crazy. I mean, look at all these. Some of these aren't even open. Oh, get back in there. This one has, look, it's the same one. It's the same one. Okay, so 10. 11. Now, you can use tubing in a bow as well. Just like you're using your bow, and you put your tubing in. Stacy, did you follow top? At the right top? Is that what you were doing? Are you talking about saving the video? If you want to save the video, to the left of me, just hit anywhere on my face, wherever, and 3 little dots will pop up on the left side or your right hand side of the screen. You can hit those dots and it will pop down. You can save the video if you would like to. And I don't mind. 1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. 13. Oh, got these little stringy things here. Thought I said another crimp in there. So get all my little crimps out. Now, if you want to get alerts, just type the word alert down below in comments, and Rosie, my robot, will send you a little message. And in there, you need to respond back with the word alert in the personal message. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you'll get alerts from me. But you can also swipe up on the bottom here as a backup in case Rosie is like in a mind of her own. 13, 14, 15. We'll do 15 in case I miscounted. And that way you'll get notifications from Facebook and not my robot in case she's in there. Oh, okay. Stacy, what is your name? Stacy Sudden, S-U-D-D-U-T-H. What I will do, if you can't, I will write your name down and I will send a request to you. Because I had the other day, ManyChat wasn't working, and I went back to, because they were having issues with the robots and stuff again, and it came up, people weren't getting alerts or they couldn't get it to work, and they work on it and they fix it eventually. It has nothing to do with us. I can't do anything. As long as my end, it's doing everything right. I can't do anything to fix it on their end. Oh, I needed one more of that one. I have to go find some more. Yeah, you can do it in Messenger and friend request me too. If you go on your personal Messenger, you can ask to be my friend there. You can also follow me here and it will pop up from my business page. But Stacy, if you can't get it to work, I'll go ahead and friend request you when I finish. But on the bottom here, to be in my group, like I said, just swipe up on the bottom. There's a little bell, and it says the word follow. If that bell has a slash through it, click on it. Another thing will come up and saying, do you want to be notified or have it turned off? Put yes for notifications, and then that little bell will turn to a ding-a-ling. No, a little ding-a-ling on you, but every time I go live, you get a notification. All right, so I'm going to twist these down just because I don't want them sticking up and hurting anybody. And there. I think the black, I wish I had a blue. I don't have a navy blue. I have like an off-white, but I don't want to put that on here because I think that would be too bright for this. I wish I had this because this would, I don't have enough. I only have 7. Did I say 7, right? Because one's too short. That's the short one. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I needed one more. One more. Oh, that's what's frustrating. Now I have to go find more of that, where I got that. So again, all I'm doing with the tubing, I'm just crossing it as much as I want it to be. You can make the bow bigger, or if you want to make the bow smaller, you can do that as well. Just making the little tails and doing it however you want. I like to make my bow a little bit big. Whoops, I didn't do that one big. There we go. And I don't open my tie. You know, when I put it on, I just leave it where it is and just tie this on the top. This is my crazy little pencil. It's so worn out here. I wore the paint off from tying it around. Why I picked a green pencil? You can use a dowel. You can use one of these if you want to use that. I don't know. I don't think I had the spool holder or anything at that time. And I just grabbed a pencil. Use a pen or whatever. So I'll bring these out as I do it here. so it kind of covers a little bit on there. Don't lose my green pencil. And this is how it's gonna go. I like it with the red. That's just a personal opinion. And that's the thing, when you design your wreaths, it's your interpretation or your design, which makes it kind of cool. Because everybody has a different interpretation. Some people don't like using tubing. Others love tubing. The straw. You can put the, not on this one, but the straw. Like when you do scarecrows and stuff like that. And that is really kind of cool. Or using it for farmhouse, type ones. There we go. Hey, Irene. Good. Yay, Irene. And it may take a little bit. If you don't get a message right away from Rosie, give it some time. Sometimes when a lot of people do it at once, it overloads Rosie's brain. And she takes a little while. She was born from the Jetsons. And she's an old woman like me. But I have fun. And she's a good bud. She's a good bud. I'll keep her. Oops, come on. So let me get these all on, and I'll kind of hold it up and show you how it's going to look. My granddaughter's going to be coming today. Dun, dun, dun. And that was another thing. I was like, excuse me. See, where's Gary telling me not to take a drink? I did get a little hoarse there. So usually I have her like in the mornings, the afternoons. Today she's not coming till like 3. And which means I'll probably have her for dinner because her daddy works. Hey, Krista. Sorry, I said Christina. And, which is all good. She keeps saying she wants to make a wreath, but her attention span is like this. It's like we could start it and she goes, no, you finish it. I'm going to go play. I'm like, so I'll be here stuck making a wreath. But then she wants it after I have it done. She's so funny. But she's going to be 4 next month, so it's all good. It's all good. I love my munchkin. I think she was on a live with me, was it last week? I did a live, we were opening up some boxes. So she did that with me, and she kept taking the stuff out and whacking me in the head with it. She's just a good kid. I don't mind. But she didn't, because she can't see you, she doesn't understand. Which is a good thing, because she's actually shy. So if she saw y'all, she'd probably be like, okay, not doing this. Not doing this. Oops. Here we go. Now some of the pipe cleaners have a little bit much. So I will, if I have to open it a little bit. I didn't tie that one down, did I? And then I'm just curling him down. I forgot this one. Did I do that one? No, I missed that one too. Goodness, Carolynne, you're slacking. You're slacking, girlfriend. And I'll twist it like, 3 times or so, knowing that I'm going to twist it down. And the reason I also do that because if you leave it up, sometimes they come undone and then everything goes crazy. So it's just, on these little ones, I'll do that if I'm not putting anything else in there. All right, so let's give you guys an eyeball of what this is going to look like. So I may do something where I take one side of the ribbon and bring it up so it looks like it's going in a circle around. See, I'm down here and I have no control over the phones. So this is just going to give you an idea because, we always go back and we fluff everything. Let me give you an idea of what it would kind of look like for your perspective. So something like that. And then I'll put the black tubing around here as well. But I think that's coming out kind of cool. And you see the badge. You see the badge, but you also see the badges in this one. This one's, no, because they all have to go the same way. So it goes around, yeah. I was like, why is this one upside down? But the right's it up here. You could turn this one around if you wanted to, but you're still going to be going around in a circle. And halfway around it's going to be one way, and then halfway around the other way. So you could change it if you want to. But that's what it's going to look like, ladies and gentlemen. So it's coming to life. And I've had this sign, oh gosh, a couple of months. And I've had it sitting over here. I have a drawer that I started putting my signs in. Like I, took all the Christmas ones out, and I have the more, ones that I would do now, in there. And I've had it to do, and I've been tossing around. Oh, I actually had black out here mesh and blue mesh. And I was like, yes, no, yes, no. Oh, should I do it on this one? Should I do it on this wreath? How you do that to yourself. Being a creator, we're crazy with ourselves. God, all these things keep popping up on my screen. I'm like, go away. So there we go. So it's not hard to do, but I like doing it. And like I said, this is on my Etsy page. It has a police badge as the picture. And I just briefly put things on there. I have to go back because I hadn't decided all the ribbon colors. Exactly what I was using. So keep that in mind. But if you purchase it, yay. I can get it boxed up today and shipped out to you. Or might go shipping out tomorrow. My granddaughter loves to go to the post office too. It is full, Tammy. And that's why I said when you do the poof and curl, you could do just the 2 rows. And even though I was adding the ruffle in here, I still like it better with the 3 rows of the poof and curl. It does make it fuller. I want to be looking for my pencil. I can't find, with all this moving stuff here, we have, the cords for your phone and all. And I have 3, and I keep one down here all the time. And then the other one I bring with my iPad up and down, from where I keep it. And I have one upstairs. So I can keep one for my phone and one for my iPad. Well, I lost one. And I know it's in the house here somewhere. But I can't find it for the life of me. And it's driving me nuts. Because now I got to bring this one from here up and down instead of just leaving it. I know. Such dilemmas in my life. But I'll live. So I told my husband, keep your eye out for it. It's somewhere. Somewhere. Alright, we only got a few more to go. And then it will be me spending the next 9 lives going through this and fluffing and stuffing and curling, and because that's what we do. We never started. You do one, and then it's like, oh, I got to do the other. Oh, I see this, and I got to go back to this one. Like, this is like this, and this one's curled up like that, and, And then you think you got it. You go all the way around, and then you come back, and you're starting all over again. And I'll show you the wreath we made, the one behind me, when we finished this. We did it on the live the other day. Was it Wednesday maybe? Or Thursday? Today's Friday, right? Yeah. Did I do a live yesterday? No. I think it was Wednesday. And then we did a gnome wreath. And he's up behind me. You could see part of him a little bit, but I'll show you him. Yeah, I like it with the black in here. Just man, I was one shy of that other black. Oh. And I could have, if I had a blue that would go with this, I can alternate blue and black or put them both together. I didn't want to put red in here though. And I had an off-white, but that would have been, like this, the lines in here, but that would have been too much white. I know I have some more. No, those are red. All right, so I need 1, 2, 3, 3 more. Oops. There's my black. And see, I've taken out of these little bags that make so much noise. And you can get this anywhere. I only need 3, so I don't need that. I'll just put it this way. So 1, 2. Oh, look at all those cramps. We're going to save this. Save it, save it, save it. This is one save. Oh, this is a big one. See how we save it and we don't have to waste it? Just by pushing it in. Just like a slinky. Because that would have all been cut off. Go back to this one. Okay. Voila. What did I say, 3? Come here, wreath. Just a few more and you're done. Here we go. Dun dun dun. So you guys, you guys were talking a lot and then y'all got quiet. Did y'all have to go back to work? Or are you eating lunch? Or getting the babies out of the bed or putting them down for naps? I just appreciate everybody that comes on. I really do. I like people to follow and hang out with me. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. 2 more, 2 more, 2 more. Always when you get down to the end, it's like, oh, hurry up. And then you like run out of something. You're like, oh, yeah. It's like, really? Last one. Yay! I'd like to try one day to see if I can make a wreath in an hour. That would be funny. I think it would probably, if you have to put the Chanel stems on, then you got to put the mesh on, then you got to put, if you're doing a sign, then you got to put your tails on, and then you got to make a bow. And I was like, there's no way in an hour. I don't think I could do it in an hour, but it would be a fun challenge. All right, so I will have to go back, like we always say, and fix the ribbons a little bit. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is our paloo. Yeah, on these curls, I curl them down. Like I have some like this. I'll show you. Like I have some wreaths like this. I could have used this wreath as a matter of fact, because that would have been good. And these I won't curl down. I'll leave them at the end, and I'll leave them standing up because they're not per se as sharp like the Chanel stems are a little bit sharp at the edge. So that's why I curl them down a little bit. And that's, you know, how I like to do it. There are other people that don't do that, and it's fine. It's whatever you like. So let me zoom you guys out and up so you can see what's behind me. See all my mess over there? There we go. So this little guy I made the other day in our group. When I did a live. My little gnome. Isn't he cute? He's just hiding out. And I just put some flowers. I wanted it soft colors. So I have, this is like hydrangea. Don't ask me what all these other things are. A bunch of leaves, just a soft little bow. And the Irish flag is, you know, green, orange, and white. And this is just like a soft orange color, not quite a salmon. And so that's why it kind of matches the flowers. So that's kind of like my orange with the green and white for St. Patty's Day. So thank you guys. So he's for sale too. He's in my Etsy shop already as well. And this guy is listed as well. I'll just put a thing on the back of him. So he'll go up for, he's up for sale. Or she, whichever. And I'll just fix the tails a little bit because some of them are curling up and I don't like to have my tails curling up and sticking to me. But he's done. Just in time for my dog to start barking. Oh, so let me show you. I told you guys I was going to show you what they're doing upstairs. So hold on. I got to take you off my thing here. And I'm going to have to see if I can do this without rotating you. So see my mess? I'm in my dining room right now. And I know I've showed this. Look at this. So this is more of my stuff. But then this is from the bedroom. I'm living out of boxes. Look. So we'll go through my messy living room. I had to put my dog's bed here because it was upstairs. Who are you barking at? Oh, the guys are back. So we'll go up the stairs really quick because the guys just came back. So they were probably at lunch. So they took my door out because they're going to move it out to here in between those two things. So I haven't seen this today. Woo! So let me explain. There used to be a closet. There used to be a closet with a bench. Took it all out. It's going to be just flat wall. Right now that's my bed and furniture. So what we're doing here, I'm going to step on their tools. We framed in here. So it's going to be a straight in walk-in closet, but you'll enter it this way. Back where the toilet is, to where that white pole is about, that's all going to be the shower. And we're going to frost the window up. And we'll have a bench to sit on there. So let me switch angles. So it'll be better. So this is where the old shower and the tub, we used to have a tub there. So the toilet's going to go here. They'll put a little half wall. This entire thing is going to be glass. So you can see all the way through and keep the light in. They're going to take this and rotate this vent, onto that wall. And then that will be the vanity with the toilet next to it. So you'll actually enter, that's where we came up the stairs. We'll enter, you can see the little arrow on the floor. We're going to enter there, through here. So then behind me, where this is going to be all closet, they'll be right here. You can see where this used to be the old closet layout, and you used to enter it from that way. This was a wall, and this was a closet going this way. So 1, 2, and then we had the 3, 4 closets there. But this is all going to be like a walk-in closet, and you're going to enter through here so you can go either way. And it's just going to be sliding like doors and here. So it should be kind of interesting. Hi. So rotate your phone. Oh, it's telling me to rotate it back. Oh, how funny that is. Oh, well, you learned something. I finally get it this way, and then it's telling me to rotate it back the other way. Go figure. So that's the story right now. So at least they're getting the framing done. They should have all the framing hopefully done today, which it doesn't look like it is. And then they got to take the ceiling out because they got to, how do I do this now? So all that's got to come out, and we have that blown stuff up there. So they got to, when they take it out, they got to be careful. And then they'll have to replace it, but they're going to make that, all nice, the ceiling. So it will look nice when it's done, and you'll see pictures as it goes, but now you got a preview. So you guys, thank you for coming today to I don't know where to look. I'm looking over here. I should look over here so it looks like I'm looking at you guys. So thank you for coming to NonnasNuttykrafts, and I'm Carolynne, and come back again when you guys get another notification. But if you didn't, make sure in the comments you type the word alert, and when Rosie responds to you in your personal messenger, we type alert back to her in there, and then you'll get alerts from me. And you can also follow me by swiping up, and the big white thing comes down, hit the little bell, and it will come up saying that you want to receive notifications and follow me as well. Because if she's not working, ManyChat's not working, then at least you'll get a notification through Facebook which is, you know, nice to get. So, all right. So I'll see you guys next time, and thanks for stopping in the nut house. Bye.